Welcome to a track by track. It's Christmas time. We are covering Christmas stuff. We have a lot of Christmas videos. Can I say Christmas enough? Yes.
We got special hats on now.
Yeah, and look at the lovely light show behind me. That's calm. I don't know how can it get any more Christmassy? Well, Christmas jumpers, but we have
worth a like and a subscribe, isn't it?
Yeah. So we are looking at one of the longest Christmas albums out there, but also one of the best. If you kind of like that whole band taking it seriously enough, but not too seriously.
Yeah.
It's August Burns Red presents Sleddin Hill, a holiday album. I adore August Burns Red. Like musically, the normal stuff doesn't always gel with me, but how they embrace Christmas from this album and to the EP Winter Wilderness, they make me very happy. They seem to really get it. Yeah.
I really struggle with the title of it.
Oh, it's a mouthful, isn't it?
Every time. Sledding Hill. All the time.
So the opening track is Flurries. I love this track.
One of the things I found with this album is that I couldn't tell if they were all like covers
or originals. Yeah, there's a mix.
Some of these songs I'd never heard of before.
Well, Flurries, I believe, is an original. And I love this track. It's so Christmassy while also showcasing just what August Burns Red are capable of. It's one of my favourite Christmas tracks out there, full stop. The fast and heavy bits are awesome, but the melodic drops are just as amazing. A track where you can feel the cold blowing over hills of white snow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right, I like it. I wrote a bit more. No, I think I wrote down... So I'm not as into Christmas music as you are.
Right.
Although I do have songs and albums I like and all that stuff. But I think I like this song probably more because I don't know it.
Right, okay, yeah, cool.
Rather than a cover of, another song that I've heard a million times.
Yeah.
I thought listening to it kind of had a bit of a symphonic kind of feel to it.
Cool.
Lots of Christmassy themes and lots of chimes and bells.
And stuff,
all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I didn't feel that it came over overly Christmassy.
Oh, okay.
Like to the point of ridiculous. So I was able to enjoy it as a song without it just being so much Christmas in my face. It was like it was there, but it was subtly used.
Excellent. So I'm glad you sort of see it that way. What's interesting about to say about that is in another track I did with my wife Lou, one of the things that came up was that if you've got negative feelings towards, say, an original Christmas song, it impacts it. For example, Silver Bells is a terrible Christmas song. So anytime it's covered, it always sounds shit.
Yeah.
Fairy Tale of New York and stuff like that. So you are right. The fact that this doesn't have that almost makes it stand up better because as we go through this, there are covers that just aren't very good. But however, Frosty the Snowman is. It's a wicked rendition. The pace alone makes this a blast to listen to. August Burns Red nailing the deathcore sound, one of the most kiddie-friendly Christmas songs out there. And it's nice and short.
Yep.
Yep.
And I wrote it's one of my most hated Christmas songs generally.
Yep.
But I actually quite like this one purely because they made it instrumental and it's the lyrics I hate.
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite a good move and I enjoyed it with the guitars and the no lyrics more than I do if they'd have started going Frosty. I just feel like, fuck you.
We should probably add that most of this album is instrumental.
Yeah,
it's not completely, but like 95% of it is. Sleigh Ride. It's a nice bit of keys, but I actually don't like this. It's a bit boring.
Yeah.
I
just wrote similar. I just wrote it's not pleasing at all to listen to. It's very busy, messy. Does kick into a nice beat every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's got some really weird transitions and odd sounds going on. Not a fan at all.
Yeah.
So.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. It's a banging cover, massive meaty drums and bass while the guitars scream out the familiar melody and a nice soft finish too.
Yeah. I like this one.
Yep.
It's one of my favourite on the albums, actually.
Cool.
Nothing too weird going on. There's a nice death metal vibe, some of the riffing on it.
Yeah.
And it's also helped by another instrumental, though, as the lyrics generally suck.
Yeah. That is Christmas full stop. Yeah. Jingle Bells. It's a sweet start, but I swear this is the cover I've heard the most. Is it decent? Yes. Will I remember it? No.
Yeah, another one I wasn't over the top on. I didn't really like it that much. I like the acoustic beginning.
Yep.
Doesn't really have a metal feel until quite far into the choruses when the first guitar kicks in.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a Jingle Bells, to be honest.
Yeah. I always feel people like hamstrung with this tune as well.
Yeah. There's some enjoyable guitar bits, but I didn't really care for much of it. And there's this drop, like where it drops back into bass and drum solo in.
Yeah.
It's just like I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But I wrote the middle part is particularly boring.
Oh Holy Night. Everyone seems to nail this cover, and August Burns Red are no different. It is a banger. Love it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Right, I like this one. Pleasing to listen to. I even write it always reminds me of Home Alone. Nice guitars, nice chug in the heavy parts. But I did actually write at this point. I was surprised how many songs have been instrumental so far.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting lots of singing.
Oh, because I reviewed this album last year
and
over Christmas.
I'd never listened to it before doing this track by track.
Right, so I already knew, whereas you went into it not knowing it was mostly instrumental. But then we actually get one with vocals. Yeah. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's probably the worst song on the album. The added vocals have a lot of punk spirit about it, but I just don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it actually. I wrote it was a fun little cover, nothing special, and I find the backing vocals really odd.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, what else can you do with it? It's a fun version of an overly familiar track.
What else can you do with it? Exactly right.
I did find those backing vocals really odd, man, because they go, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and they go, Reindeer.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You've got 7 tracks without saying a word, and now you're speaking. Obviously stop.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Then we get Sleddin Hill, another original. The country rockabilly twang is different, and it's a bit welcome because it is different at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely pointed out the fact that it felt like a country cover of a song rather than a metal one. Plenty of banjos and stuff like that going off. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, okay.
I really, really didn't. I was just like, I wasn't familiar with it beforehand. I didn't know the song, like whether it was a cover or not.
Right.
And I just really didn't enjoy it at all. It kicks into a kind of metal for the last minute or so, but I was already so bored by then I'd moved on.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a fair point then. Little Drummer Boy. This is brilliant. The guitar's playing at the tune so sharply and strongly, it's not something you hear much. It's up there for me as one of the best I've heard in regards to this cover, Little Drummer Boy. Powerful melody to drop too.
Yeah, I liked it as well.
Yeah.
Nice, good one, nice version. I like the echo on the guitars and the drum beat. Works well. Nice transitions between the gentle melody and the crunchier riffs. It's a good cover.
Yeah. Okay, we get Winter Wonderland. It's hyper as heck and it's short. Nothing to get too excited about.
Yeah, just similar to the Rudolph one. It's like short, sweet, fun cover.
Yeah.
Some really good like speed drumming, riffing bits.
Mm-hmm.
It actually works quite well as a metal track, weirdly enough.
Yeah, yeah. Oh Come, Emmanuel. A bit sour and dour at first, but gets catchy as it becomes more melody driven, although it's brief. I don't really like this.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's definitely not a go-to Christmas carol for me anyway. Not overly familiar with it, but I know the song.
Yeah.
The cover works well enough as a song as its own, but it's very long. And I found myself getting very bored halfway through it, both with the song, and then I wrote in brackets, and maybe the album.
Yeah, okay, it's a long album, 15 tracks.
I mean, I was on track 11 now, and I was like, bloody hell, there's still more.
Yeah, and talking of which, it's Carol of the Bells. It's a great cover with some gothic bells at the start. I always thought of this as a very threatening Christmas cover, and this version is no different. In fact, August Burns Red make it sound positively ready to kill.
Yeah,
it's very threatening there. Whoa!
There's a weird thing, like, because I wrote about Como Emmanuel, and I was like, yeah, right, I'm starting to get bored of the album now, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And then actually the next one, Carol of the Bells, I was like, yeah, this is a banger. It works unbelievably well as a metal track.
Yeah.
It's not too long either. It just works. And then...
Yeah, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, a cover that's been done to death and often better, to be truth. But this version is solid. It's got a feel-good factor about it.
Yeah. I wrote pretty standard, typical stuff, to be honest. I've heard so many metal covers of this song.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it has anything that much different going on to any of those others I've heard. Whereas it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And I did like the fact that they left some non-metal kind of traditional parts in it. So it had like a bit more of a Christmas feel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Last two. We got Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Yeah. For me, this is easy to dislike, as I'm not a fan of the melody from the actual tune. Even though they turn up a notch and all that. But yeah. Yeah,
I didn't like it either. I wrote down, it sounded to me like listening to it that they'd had trouble covering it.
Right.
Like it was a hard track to cover. So I can understand that being because it's an orchestral song, it's a classical music song. Mm-hmm. Doesn't always sound like the same track, which is, I guess, them having to chip so many of the classical components out. But yeah, I just thought it was a bit of a mess, really. Yeah,
to be fair, that and the following Joy to the World probably could have been left off and would have been no worse off if it had been a 12 or 13 track album. Because Joy to the World does nothing for me, even though it's an intense version. I don't really care for it either.
Yeah, that's the same. It's like the big ending for the album. It's probably one of my most hated Christmas tracks.
Yep.
I was like, yay for some heavy vocals at last. Otherwise, though, it's just a bit silly and a bit messy.
Yeah.
It's got guitars, and that's the problem with covers, because of course I enjoy that.
Yeah, see...
It's like, oh, look, there's a guitar. Yay!
Happy days.
But otherwise, it can stay completely unrepeated ever again.
It's not so much a fluctuating album, but it does have some fucking great tunes on it.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It does. It's got some good stuff on there, man. Some really, really good stuff. And some of the other stuff is just tainted more, I think, because I know the songs and I hate the songs. And like I said, you can only change them so much if you're covering them. So they have to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those albums where I looked at it and it was like, you could have chopped 2 or 3 of this. And it would have been a better album overall, to be honest with you.
100% agree. 100% agree. Easily, I would, that could have been a 12-tracker, 3 chopped off, maybe even a couple more. But that's more of a personal thing. Yeah. But the likes of Flurries, Frosty the Snowman, Oh Holy Night, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, Little Drummer Boy, and Carol of the Bells are just really, really good metal covers. Yeah,
it's a good album overall, like, to be honest, for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There's our track by track for August Burns Red presents Sleddin Hill, a holiday album.
Sleddin Hill.
Make sure you check out all the other Christmas videos and content on the YouTube channel that we are doing at this moment and over the fucking year. Hit us up on our social media. We're everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. The website, of course, gbhbale.com. Patreon and Big Cartel. Help us out. Just pop over there and have a little look. Maybe you might find something you like. And, of course, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.